Koki NIWA taking on Ma Long from China. And here are the players for this men's singles semi-final. So players now moving out to their coaches and getting ready for this men's singles semi-final. These players have played each other 11 times. Koki NIWA, 1 victory. 2012 at the Asian Olympic qualification. Ma Long, 11 victories. Koki NIWA is one of those hugely dangerous players that will always give you something to look at. A spectacular player, left-hander, can do almost anything with any ball. Really looking forward to seeing what he can do against the might of Ma Long. Ma Long there, just making his final preparations, folding the jacket just right. Players often quite particular with the things that they do before the match. Koki NIWA just a few stretches, cleaning the back. See Ma Long coming out on court now. He's just going to clean the table. Probably doesn't need cleaning, but that's just what he does. Pops his towel over into the bucket, and now allowing Koki NIWA to make the call. Koki NIWA has decided to serve. Ma Long is happy with the end that he's at. The players now will commence their 2-minute warm-up in this men's singles semi-final of the ITTF ATTU Asian Cup Yokohama 2019. On screen there, Koki NIWA, 24 years of age, world ranked number 8, left-hander as we said, just 51 kgs. But Qatar Open round of 32 last week, World Tour Grand Finals round of 16, Austrian Open quarter-final, Swedish Open round of 16, and Men's World Cup quarter-final. And now on screen, Ma Long from China, age 30, number 11 ranked player in the world, but we know that that is not quite right. This man is much, much better than 11. He's been number 1 in the world a long time. Not happy with the ball on that warm-up, just saying that that ball had a little bit of a wobble to it. And he would know, he's hit a lot of these in his time. Last 5 tournaments, winner of the Qatar Open last week. He's come back to top grade table tennis after his injury. And we know that Ma Long is the man that everyone in the world fears. Head to head, as we said, 10-1 to Ma Long. And in the last 9 meetings, it has been Ma Long. Your umpire is Ajay Kumar from India, assistant umpire Kim Young from Korea. So players now completed their 2 minutes. Ma Long just making sure his bat is right, making sure the rubber's dry. Players are ready. Men's singles semi-final time.
Ma Long and NIWA Koki. Best of 7 games. NIWA to serve.
Koki NIWA. Always something exciting happening. There you go. Forehand half volley down the line. Winner.
Love 2.
Good forceful play by Koki NIWA.
Love 3.
Again, trying something.
3-1.
Moving across using the backhand. Trying to force play. We know that Ma Long can take that power. Look at that. Didn't have much time, but still made that forehand. Was able to stay balanced enough, strong enough, just using the arm and the wrist to power that through.
Let's 3-all.
So players just toweling themselves down after those first 6 points. Ma Long wiping his hand on the table, just making sure his hand's dry.
Three, 4.
And the home crowd encouraging Koki NIWA.
Four all.
Saying it was an edge. Let's have a look. Not sure. I would say it's side.
Sure.
I would say side, but the umpire has called edge. Koki NIWA has accepted it. Good sportsmanship.
Four, 5.
NIWA just trying to go wide, but he put himself under too much pressure there with his backhand. That's a better serve.
5 all.
A little bit shorter. Made Ma Long try to lift. Made the error.
Six, 5.
And a little bit of luck.
5, 7.
And taking away the win on table 2 is Miyu Hirano from Japan.
Strong again by Ma Long, so he raced up 8-5 now. Remember, he was down 3-love in this game.
Nine, 5.
So Ma Long, one of the greats of table tennis, having won 3 Olympic gold medals, 10 World Championship gold medals, 8 World Cup gold medals.
Ten, 5.
Racing through this first game.
11-5.
There it is. Game number 1 to Ma
Koki
Long,
goes to
11 points to
Ma Long.
5. So very strong there from Ma Long. Koki NIWA tried a few things, needs to get around and use his forehand and play to different corners, play them fast, play them strong. But Ma Long just looks so ready, so able to take the might of Koki NIWA and just give it back to him with a bit of interest. And that comes from being such a great player, winning 3 Olympic gold medals, from winning 10 World Championship gold medals, from winning 10 World Cup gold medals. That's what happens. So, current Olympic men's singles champion. Players coming back out onto court, ready for game number 2. Men's singles semi-final.
Second game, Ma Long to start. Love all, play.
And there you see,
One
just
love.
able to take that ball on the bat, take anything that Koki NIWA can dish out, and then rip. One punch. Oh, good return
1-all.
by NIWA. Wide, awkward position. Just long.
Two, one. Two all.
Good short return there by Ma Long, and Koki NIWA almost felt forced to be able to play that one strong. Just nowhere to go with that short, low ball.
Two, three.
Ma Long just saying that ball just kicked up on him a little bit. See, they're just catching the top edge.
Three all.
So Ma Long has won 2 World Cup singles titles as well as all the rest. He won in 2012 in Liverpool, in 2015 in Halmstad.
Three, four.
So the winner of this match moving into the final and guaranteeing himself a spot at this year's World Cup in Chengdu, China.
5-3.
So the winner of the Asian Cup automatically qualifies, as does the second and third place players in this event. Strong serve.
6-3.
Koki NIWA not able to keep this one down low enough. And you see there, Ma Long just unleashing the forehand. Have a look at the power that's generated there. And that time on top of the table. Doesn't give NIWA any time to play with the flair that he has. Well, that one almost lands on the assistant umpire. What a rally. Look at Koki NIWA just stands and delivers. That time, powerful forehand.
4-8.
So 8-4.
Let. Nine, 4.
Good serve. Time. NIWA trying to keep it short. Doesn't make it over the net. That's the pressure. Oh, there's that famous
9-5.
side spin block of Koki NIWA. That's just incredible,
5-9.
the amount of side he puts on this. Look at that. Just dribbling over, and you see the way it goes sideways off the table.
5-10.
And just like that, 5 game points for game 2. Ma Long.
Let.
Koki NIWA just came around the other side of the ball. And that ball dropped a little bit shorter than Ma Long expected.
6.
There it is. Game number 2.
Second game goes
To Ma Long, 11 points to 6, and taking a 2-game to love lead. 11-5, 11-6. So Ma Long just looking in real control here, just not allowing Koki NIWA any of the flair that he loves to play with. If you give Koki NIWA a little bit of time, he can start to bend the ball all sorts of ways. He can start to use his forehand, go in different directions, really send you in the wrong direction. But if you don't give him time, he just can't do that. And there you see the power that Ma Long can generate off that ball. It's a little bit shorter even. So Ma Long now out and ready for game number 3. It's men's singles semi-final.
Third game. NIWA Koki to serve. Love all play.
What can Koki NIWA come up with here? Needs to find something, needs to find. Well, that's not going to do it. That's a brilliant forehand by Ma Long. Just have a look at the way that he gets in position here and is able to play that ball so wide. So strong.
2, love.
It's all starting to run away pretty quickly from Koki NIWA.
Love.
This time cutting the backhand sideline with that forehand. And he can cut both sidelines, makes it a long way to cover. Just clipping the net, so just acknowledging that to Koki NIWA, putting his finger up, saying, sorry, mate.
1-4.
Well, he would say sorry, mate, if he was Australian. And that, again, is so strong. Koki NIWA on the back foot all the time. Have a look. Good return short, and then good position. And Ma Long, just that stronger ball. Koki NIWA trying to get around, play the inside-out forehand. Just hasn't got enough time to do all of that.
6-1.
So the winner of this match has Fan Zhendong waiting for them in the final.
Seven one.
So now 1-7. Koki NIWA just trying to get onto that backhand, trying to play one of his side spin blocks. And jogging back.
2-7.
Trying to get things going, trying to make something happen here. That'll do.
7-3.
Very deceptive in his placement is Koki NIWA, especially on his forehand side. Utilises his wrist really well. And then, of course, he's got his amazing backhand blocks where he can spin the ball with side spin both ways. Very flary player. But when you haven't got time, it's hard to play with flair.
Five, 7.
So from 1-7, now 5-7. Bit of a run on here from Koki NIWA. Can he take advantage? Put a little bit more scoreboard pressure on Ma Long.
Five, 8.
And Ma Long knows that he can't just let up on Koki NIWA here. If he allows him time, Koki NIWA can really hurt you.
Eight, 6.
There's that side spin block that we talked about, just forcing the error. Difficult to play because you don't see it all that often, or you don't face it all that often. Don't know how much side spin, how much top spin, how much back spin's on it.
Eight, 7.
For some of us, we probably never face it, thankfully. Just saying
7,
sorry
9.
there. Just getting the side edge. But again, we've seen how many balls are so close to that edge that sometimes you're going to hit it. And good change up by
8, 9.
NIWA. Always something happening when Koki NIWA's playing.
Then 8.
And just like that, 2 game points for Ma Long in this third game. Can he close it out? Really stamp his authority on this match now. 10-8 and serving. There it is.
11-8.
11-8. Game 3 goes to Ma Long.
Third game goes to
And now he has a set of 3 games. 11-5, 11-6, 11-8. 1 game away from men's singles final. Ma Long there looking fairly relaxed. Should be fairly relaxed, fairly confident. But as I said, with Koki NIWA, you can't just allow him a little burst of brilliance, because he will hurt you and hurt you hard, because he's got so much ability, so much flair. He can hit his forehand both ways. He can hit his backhand with counter spin. He can hit it with side spin both ways, and can really start to mess with you. So for Ma Long, it's about just making sure that he gets right on top here, stays right on top, doesn't allow NIWA any time. So players now coming out and ready for Game 4, this men's singles semi-final at the Lion ITTF ATTU Asia Cup. Ma Long leading, 3 games to love. Koki NIWA searching for an answer.
Ma Long to start. Love all, play.
It's an answer that he hasn't been able to find for the last 9 occasions that they've played. Ma Long has dominated this matchup. Koki NIWA did have 1 win against him.
One all.
Oi, oi, oi.
1-2.
That is great. That's Koki NIWA. Look at that. Forehand one way, forehand the other, but Ma Long just looks at him and says, got anything better than that?
Three, 1.
3-1. I guess it's almost timeout time, but I don't know what that 1 minute's going to do, apart from just break up the rhythm of Ma Long here. There.
4-1.
We're trying that side spin blocking. Yes, he does take the timeout now.
Timeout.
So NIWA striding back to his coach, saying, got any answers? Any ideas? Almost a little bit of a wry smile on his face. Have you seen this guy? Yes, Ma Long has been so dominant in this match so far. Just seems to have all the answers. Doesn't allow Koki NIWA any time to spin one way, the other way. Harimoto on his phone. Maybe he's trying to find some answers from other places. Ma Long to serve, 1-4.
4-1.
4-1, Ma Long.
Right ball.
Maybe that's the answer.
4-2.
An edge here or there. Certainly helps.
Two, 4. Right ball.
Well, there you are.
3-4.
Is that what answer he got? Did Harimoto dial in someone for that? Well, 2 edges of the table and 1 edge of Ma Long's bat, and we're back to 4-all. Timeout worthwhile.
4,
Yeah,
6.
once Ma Long gets that dominant position at the table and cuts down Koki Niwa's time like this, then he just hasn't got time to do what he loves to do.
Four, 7. Let.
Ma Long
4.
plays the backhand, keeps walking straight to the towel. Dominating.
Eight, 5.
Serve
9.
to the forehand, followed up by the backhand down the line. It's really spreading Koki Niwa wide. Oh!
10, 5.
Let us have a look at that. That will be on the highlights reel, I am sure. Hey, that might be as well.
10, 6.
But 6, 10 means still 4 match points for Ma Long.
Eleven, 6.
There it is.
Game
Game and match to Ma Long. Acknowledges the crowd. Devastating performance. Ma Long 11-5, 11-6, 11-8, 11-6. And moving into the final of the men's singles of the Lion 32nd ITTF ATTU Asian Cup in Yokohama.